Welcome back, Crest Means Business. It is the range, the breadth and depth of change that the pandemic that's brought about. For example, the way in which food is produced is evolving and accelerating as a result of what's happened with COVID-19. Burger King, for example, is experimenting with how it feeds its beef cattle. And the CEO of the Restaurant Brands International, owner of some 27,000 quick service places, says the whole industry needs to evolve. José Seal is the CEO of Restaurant Brands. He joins me from Miami via Skype. José, good to see you, sir. Thank you. Before we talk about the new ways in which things are evolving, just want to be clear how difficult it is for you, the reopening. You reopen places in Texas and in California and in Florida, and promptly you're going to have to start thinking about closing them down again. Are you ready for that?
Hey, Richard, how you doing? Thanks for having me. It's certainly challenging. We've been in the midst of this pandemic since early January, actually, in China, as it's worked its way west. And so our teams have been working closely with our franchisees and our restaurant team members to ensure that we were delivering our food safely all around the world. And when it hit North America, hit the U.S. in March of this year, our teams had already spent several weeks on new procedures, contactless procedures, enhancing the off-premise elements of our business, drive-through, delivery, curbside pickup. Our digital apps have been a huge part of our business coming into the pandemic and have played a significant role throughout, because it's allowed people to pay without cash. Prepayment and order has been critical. So we've been in the midst of it for quite some time. And obviously, as we started to reopen, we were working on contactless procedures, acrylic screens, PPE, masks, everything to ensure the safety of our team members.
I get that.
And so now
I followed that.
Okay, yeah, so it's been a challenge, but our teams are focused on ensuring that we deliver the right thing. If the restaurants close again or the dining rooms close again, we've got the off-premise business that allows us to continue to serve our guests, and that's what we're focusing on, is reacting and staying abreast of what's going on in each of our municipalities and states around the country.
And the way in which food processing, the growing, the feeding, the way that's changing as a result of COVID-19 is what?
Well, the biggest changes that we've seen have been at the restaurant level, so ensuring additional steps on contactless service, so ensuring that we can deliver our food to our guests without or with minimal human contact. That's been a big change in the process, and that's through the drive-through as well as in the front counters. We've done this as well through delivery. What we shared earlier this morning and what we shared globally with Burger King is that we've, in addition to focusing on the pandemic and focusing on the short-term challenges that each of our markets are dealing with, we've also been working on something that we think is important as we build our game plan to building the most loved restaurant brands, which is all around addressing a significant issue related to sustainability. And we launched this cows menu, which addresses how we feed cattle, adding some lemongrass to their diet to be able to reduce methane and ultimately have a positive impact on the environment. So these are things that we're working on for the long term, while in the short term we focus on our franchisees' profitability and our team members' safety and our guest safety to ensure the business continues to move forward.
The issues facing business leaders like you is now enormous. And you're being drawn into having to make decisions such as safety, health and welfare, but not only that, but also masks, making sure whether it's a political issue or not a political issue, but whether they should be worn in establishments. Do you sometimes feel that you're in an area that really is very, very deep and difficult?
Certainly the last 120 days have been like none other that I've seen in my entire professional career. I've been in the business for about 20 years. And so I've seen quite a bit. I've worked all around in 70 plus countries and territories with Burger King and now with Popeyes and Tim Hortons. I've never seen anything like this. I don't think anybody has seen anything like this. And so what I've shared with our teams and our franchisees is that these extraordinary moments require extraordinary leadership. focusing on the things that are important, starting with safety and well-being of our teams, and then making a lot of decisions in the short term, adjusting the ones that don't work and continuing to implement the ones that do. And we've been fortunate that we have a great team that's fully dedicated and focused on doing the right thing here, and that's helped us throughout this pandemic, and I'm confident will help us get out of it stronger and better than ever.
And as we go through this pandemic, we look forward to talking to you again. Thank you, sir. Very appreciative of the update on how things are being coped with. Hearing from people like yourself is important because we get a real idea of the difficulties that businesses are facing, and that's crucial here on Quest Meets Business. I'm grateful, sir. Thank you.